Howdy.
Howdy.
Where are you? I'm at the farmer's market. Welcome to the 20th broadcast for the farmer's market in Green Bay.
Hello, man.
Howdy.
How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
All right, I was just kind of contemplating your sign there.
Yeah.
A little confusing.
Yeah, I believe
What you trying to say, not have kids?
to not have kids.
At all?
At all, yeah. The only
Okay.
reason I think it would be justifiable to have kids if somehow you believe that there would be preventing a greater amount of suffering in the future. But
Okay.
I basically think that bringing people into life is essentially guaranteeing them to suffer, and there's really no justification for that. But most people bring up.
Well, how else are we supposed to repopulate the planet?
Is there a reason to repopulate the planet?
Is there a reason to continue our species? That's what you're saying.
Kind of, yeah. I mean,
Okay, that's the key question.
yeah.
Are we doing more harm than good?
Basically, to me, it seems like we are doing more harm than we are doing good.
And birth is just basically making it a cycle.
Yeah, essentially, it's like just we're feeding into biological instincts that are programmed into us for like billions of years of evolution. And we don't really have much. Like when you look at animals, they're just doing because they're in heat. When it comes to humans, we kind of have like we get horny and stuff, but when it comes down to it, like A lot of it's like social conditioning from society telling us to have kids, parents telling us to have kids, religion telling us to have kids, different aspects telling us to have kids and stuff. But in reality, we don't have to.
You have any?
No, I don't. I have a mastectomy, so I'll never have kids. But
Oh, you're young to get vasectomy.
yeah, I know.
Well, it's an interesting point. I will give you that. So what's the political stance here? Is there like any, or is it just basically the message of?
You could be any political affiliation and be an antinatalist.
Is that what the?
Yeah, it's what
Okay,
it's
I've never
called.
heard
Yeah.
that before. I never heard that before.
Yeah, it basically just means believing that procreation is wrong.
Oh, without procreation, you wouldn't be here.
Indeed,
And
yeah.
there you can spread your message.
I know, but I wouldn't need to spread my message if no one else was here. So it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, now that I'm here, I'm trying to make the best of it, you know. But
You don't believe you can be happy?
no, I believe it's possible for me to be happy. I just believe it's also possible for me to be very sad in the future as well. And there's no reason for me to inflict that risk on another person. So there's no guarantee that they will have a happy life, you know.
So there's no hope.
There's hope. There's hope that I will have a happy life. There's hope that you can have a happy life and everybody else in existence. Any of the future beings.
That's what hope is, yeah.
Any of the future beings come here. I just don't think it's worth the risk to essentially inflict that on a person that's not existing yet.
Risk management.
Yeah, exactly. There's like so many beings that already need our help in existence right now. So it's like why inflict the risk of potential many harms? I mean, it's guaranteed harms because like 1 in 5 people will get cancer and die from it. 1 in 3 people will end up getting the cancer. So it's like there's plenty of risks that we know will be occurring in people's lives. It's just like why make them succumb to that if they're not able to consent to
You
them?
would say there's no point to living. That there's no
point of inflicting unnecessary risk on people.
like,
Yeah.
Feeling empathy, feeling love. There's no point in it.
There can be an instrumental point to it. I don't think there's like an inherent value in feeling those things, but there's a lot of instrumental value that helps you understand what people are going through and empathize with them and be like, oh, you're going through something like suffering, and suffering is intrinsically bad. So it's like the empathy and all those things are good because it allows you to understand what people are going through and understand that like it's bad for them to go through those things and you should help them out, you know. Like that's what I think they're useful in those of the ways, but not like inherently good in themselves.
Okay. Are you happy with your life, or it's kind of up and down?
It's up and down.
I get it, man. I get it.
Yeah, most of the time I'm like pretty satisfied, but there's some days when you just wake up and you're just like, I just wish I wasn't here. Like I usually get like suicidal like once a day, but it's usually most throughout the day I'm pretty good. It's usually just around like nighttime and stuff.
Suicidal, huh? That's so rough, man.
Yeah, I was hospitalized in the last month for the first time, but I mean it's just how it be sometimes.
Yeah, I think that's very logical in its way. I get it. I definitely get it. I guess I just hold out for hope that that people, the collectiveness of people, right?
Yeah.
Come up with great ideas. We do great things sometimes. Sometimes, it's not all great.
Yeah,
right?
there's a lot of bad ideas.
Yeah, of course. But with the bad comes some good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'd be curious to push you further on that. What do you think is like some of the good that we've done in the past?
What is the good we have done in the past?
Just because I think there's a lot of things we consider good, but it has a lot of bad things tangled up in it that we don't really consider a lot of the time.
Okay, well, I mean, go back to World War II. We defeated Nazism. It's a small thing.
That's true. That's true.
It's,
but Nazism wouldn't have appeared if we didn't have humans.
But we do have humans. We can't take that back. You know what I mean?
I suppose, yeah.
So, with the idea that there are humans here, I think the idea is to sustain some kind of hope that we could be free, in a way. I think it's a lot more difficult than we think it is to be free.
Yeah.
Even though we live in a free country, I don't believe we have the guarantee of freedom.
No,
I believe we have to earn it. You know what I mean? Which is difficult. It could take a whole lifetime. You know what I mean? I've lived half my life with no freedom. and it's taken me this long to get some type of freedom in my life. You know what I mean?
What type of freedom lack do you mean? Like, were you behind bars, or just like
I mean,
military?
A little bit. No, just in the idea that
like wage slavery, like that the thing, man, or
to the point where I'm working, slaving my body for survival needs, right? So basic survival needs, I have to give my body up just to pay for my rent. You know what I mean? Basic needs, right?
Yeah. It's not really any freedom if you're basically forced to work a job like 40, 80 hours a week.
Especially a job you hate. Yeah, I think that's what it comes down to. Is you need to do something you love in life, regardless of the outcome, right?
I mean, that's kind of why I'm out here. You know, this is a chance.
Hey, I agree, dude. Hey,
like fight me.
I'll tell you what. You're the only one out here with a sign, and I love it, bro.
Thank you.
Because you're the only one starting conversations.
Thank you.
Everybody else walks by. You know what I mean? They might like I kind of like question. I'm like, what the hell did we do about that? You know what I mean? Like, and it's a real deep point. A lot of people probably won't even get it, bro. You have to understand. You're thinking at a deeper level than most people have the ability to think.
Oh,
you have to realize that there's a large portion of this population that doesn't have that deeper thought process. You know what I mean?
It's unfortunate.
Unfortunate. Yeah. You see it all over the place. But I do appreciate it, man. I love the idea of starting a conversation.
Thank you.
Because once you take that away, what are we left to? You know?
Can I push you a little bit further on like good things you've done?
I'm willing to hear anything you gotta say.
Because to me, it seems like a lot of the things that we're doing that seem to be good are just kind of like cleaning up the messes of like either things that we've created or the messes of like nature, essentially. Like curing cancer is like a problem that like biology is like one of our main goals. Like one of the greatest successes and achievements someone can have in their life is like keep a roof over their head, like a permanent foundation. That's just a basic need, you know. Like. Right, when it comes down to it, it's like our greatest achievements both in our personal lives, but even on like humanity as a whole, like taking care of like the inequalities of like certain populations or like poverty and stuff. All these things that we've achieved through like some of the greatest achievements in human population history is just like taking care of basic needs, basically. So it kind of like to me, it seems like what really matters is reducing suffering and reducing pain. And if we do want to prioritize reducing suffering, reducing pain, to me it seems like the best way to do that is to go straight to the source and just not bring people into the conditions that allow suffering to occur.
So, I mean, you know anything about eugenics?
I do, yes.
Are you? I mean, it's the idea to stop having kids. It's kind of the basis of creating some master. Or you said
I'm not. I don't think we should have like anybody around me.
Oh yeah, you're not in favor.
No. I'm not in favor of like. I'm not in favor of like minorities not having like reproducing and then white people doing that or something like that. As I said, I have a vasectomy, so I can't even reproduce anymore.
Okay, as someone who has a daughter, I will tell you it is the greatest joy a man can feel.
Oh, I mean, I don't doubt that it's quite a joy for someone to raise a child to like feel like you're stepping
on your legacy.
Joy not worth living? I mean, I think it's worth it for you to have that joy, but I don't think it's worth it for you to inflict that risk on another person, because there's always that chance your daughter might get cancer in the future or something.
But I got to spend some time with her.
You did, yes, but is it worth it?
I also have a sister that had cancer, brain tumor.
Indeed, I mean, and it's really tragic. It's probably you can have like worse forms of cancer.
She has a whole family though. You know what I mean? It's okay. So she has a whole family, right? And they're loving people. You know, it's weird. How somebody can go through such tragedy and still come out with love. You know?
Oh no, I mean,
I guess pure human emotion. I guess to say is my hope is that we can love each other. Which I see a lot lack of, you know what I mean? A lot of suffering and death, you're right.
I mean, yeah, but I feel like even if everybody was really empathetic and just as empathetic as me, it wouldn't be enough, essentially. That like just the suffering that goes on in the wild, just the fact that like every day we have minor inconveniences like stubbing your toe and stuff. It's like, why bring somebody to the world to like stub their toe when they wouldn't have been they wouldn't have been deprived of any of the good things that occur in their life if we didn't bring them here.
Is there anybody sponsoring you?
No, there's not. I'm just out here because I think it's my duty to prevent suffering. So
Cool.
I do this every Wednesday if I
You
remember.
live,
So
you live around here?
yeah,
Okay, cool. And you do come out here every Wednesday too?
if I remember right, yeah. If I remember, I'm like out here. I missed it once.
You
but
go other
since-
places too, or?
Yeah, I go to
I have not seen it yet, so I had, you know what I mean?
I go
my
to
curiosity.
the Packers Stadium. You know where that is?
Yeah,
I
of
just walk on the
Sidewalks.
sidewalks by the night air, and I walk in the public sidewalks. So if you see me in Schwabenen, I can give you my card. I don't have a solicitor's permit for Green Bay yet.
You don't need one, bro. You don't need one.
Don't need one for Green Bay?
I promise you, that is your freedom to spread your message on any public ground you find necessary. I'm telling you.
Okay.
You don't need a permit. You don't need soliciting permits. You don't need it. They just tell you you need it. I mean, it's up to you whether you want to fight it or not. I get that. Some people don't want to fight that shit. But you take it to court, they're going to let you know at any time. It's your right as an individual to post your feelings or your needs. It's your First Amendment right to say what you want.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Thank you for having this conversation.
Hey, man,
I just learned that I can go to my car and grab my cards and come back here. So
I guarantee it. I mean, you're always going to have
some negative Nancy's.
You're going to have some people hassling you, but never make them feel like you're not right for expressing your ideas. Never doubt yourself.
Okay.
Because, like I said, this conversation, just a simple conversation between two people can change something up there, you know? You can change one mind, turn into two.
Yeah, exactly. What I always say to people is like, the community that I'm part of people I learned anti-natalist, a lot of them are really, really depressed and stuff, and a lot of them aren't very happy. A lot of them are happy people, though, but I just believe that, like, you shouldn't bring people into the world. But a lot of them are really depressed, pessimistic people, you know? And I have to tell them, like, hey, I know you're down, but, like, if you can convince one person who was going to have a kid not to have a kid, then that means that's a whole person that would have had a whole entire life full of suffering, stuff with their toe, pinpricks, cancer potentially, heartbreaks, diseases, colds, you know, watching their relatives pass away before them, like so on, like all those things is just avoided basically, and like it's just one person essentially. And you can do that as you said, chain reaction. That's amazing. So
The reaction is great. Yeah, I believe that. I don't know. It's just you're making me question my whole. Not in a good way.
I'm glad I'm making you think a little bit. I like what people.
Good. I like critical thinking. That is my biggest component. It's critical thinking.
Yeah, if you want,
question everything, right?
if you want, after this conversation, sometime just go to stophavingkids.org and it has a lot of information. So
I get that.
thank you. I appreciate it. Take care.
Yeah, there's some people who tell you that through suffering you gain some type of I don't know what they would tell you. You know what I mean? Though, like through suffering,
it's like a song like "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger" and stuff like that.
Stuff like that. I guess. You know what I mean? Like, I think a big problem is we become. I don't know. It's tough to put a pinpoint on it, but I do appreciate your message, and I love that you're out here, bro. The only thing I wish I could help people who say that they were so depressed that they find it hard to live. Those are the people I would want to help. Because life is beautiful. I don't care. You can go into nature, you can go in the woods, and you can find beauty in anything.
Oh, I agree.
And I think beauty is just enough to live. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I've taken a couple of psychedelics before in my life, so I understand you can find beauty in patterns and find intricacies and like almost anything around you.
But when it comes down to it, I just don't think that like the pain that also is in the mix. There's a mix in life. There's a lot of beauty and there's a lot of horror. And I don't think the horror is worth inflicting on someone when there's like no need to create that need, you know. Like all the good stuff, all the beauty, you know.
Not worth it.
Like it's not that it's not 100% worth it, because I don't think it is worth it. But when it comes down to it, it's more like there's some people that might not appreciate a painting if you look at it, and there's other people that might appreciate that painting when you look at it. Yeah. And when it comes down to it, that's because like some people have like certain needs, and when you look at that painting, it fulfills those needs in like an authentic, like artistic way for them, you know. But when it comes down to it, you don't need to create those needs into the world, you know? Like once those needs are here, they need fulfilling. Otherwise, otherwise they feel unsatisfied, and there's pain that comes with the unsatisfaction. But until you create that need, you shouldn't create the need. Like you shouldn't bring someone into existence to become a need machine, basically. But like once there is a need machine here, like me, you, your daughter, then it's good to help them out and fulfill their needs and try to make them like have a good life. But
So, just on like a personal level, are you happy with your Earth? I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but like, are you satisfied with living? Like, you said you go through depression and suicidal thoughts. I get that.
yeah, I mean, for the most part, I'm glad that I'm here because I can help people out and stuff. But
that's the purpose, bro. The more people you have, the more people have the ability to help.
yeah, but when I say like help, I mean like the only reason I need to help is because people brought other people into the world to help. You know, if there was
you wouldn't need to help if there weren't people.
Yeah, if I was like in an isolated environment with just me and everybody else, even if everybody else operated the exact same, they didn't suffer.
The only reason they get the opposite way, the only reason they need help is because they're people, right? That's what you said.
I mean, not because of people, because they're living basically, because they can feel pain. The only reason they need help is because they can feel pain, basically. If they just enjoyed everything that was happening, regardless of what occurred to them, they wouldn't need help. And then I wouldn't feel a need to be here anymore. I would feel that I could exit peacefully. But
you ever hear the yin and yang? You need to feel one thing to have the opposite. You need to, you know what I mean? You need to have the pain, have the good. You know what I mean?
Oh, I 100% agree, because I actually think pleasure is pretty much an illusion for the most part. I think when it comes down to it, a lot of the things that we feel at pleasure are just kind of relief sensations. Like, I don't know, like my analogy I like to say that's not like too derogatory is like when you're holding in a piss and you go to the bathroom and you get that like tingly feeling up your arm and your body and you feel like really good, like relief, you know? Oh, yeah. That's one of like the best sensations a man can have is just holding in a piss and just like releasing, just like, oh.
Well, that's one of them. I mean,
yeah, an orgasm too,
okay.
and like drugs and stuff. But like I'll think the natural sensations top two is basically orgasm or releasing like a piss or like relieving some sort of like ailment, you know?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it shouldn't be walking out of like the cold and into like a warm building or relieving a piss. Like these things shouldn't be like some of the heights of pleasure, but they are, you know?
What do you think of this? The thing they do here. What do you think of this
farmers market?
Farmers market.
I think that's really nice, and I think it's also programmed into us for billions of years to be social creatures that, you know, want all these things. Yeah, and I think it's good to fulfill these things and be social creatures now that we are here. Because they're part of our needs, otherwise we'll have depression and a bunch of things that we don't socialize. But I still recognize that as need machines, we're basically just like billions of years of from microorganism all the way to now. It's just as what makes us find pleasure in this interaction, basically.
You find no need to pass on your genes?
No.
Your family history, your heritage, stuff like that?
No, it's all right. If it gets passed on, I hope it will get passed on in the work that I do here and stuff like that, and not
through your words.
Yeah, through my words and my actions, not through like my genes and stuff like that.
Some say that the pencil is just mighty as a sword, right?
Indeed, yeah. Like the word meme. Richard Dawkins, he's a famous biologist. He coined the term meme in his book Selfish Gene. Basically, just means an idea of spread not through genetics, but like through people's word of mouth and psychology. Mm-hmm. And that's basically what I'm promoting. That's like veganism, religion.
It's like anything out there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Religion, all these things are all just like ideas that are spread via word of mouth and are affecting people's brains and they're going from generation to generation. And that's basically just, I'm trying to do the same thing, but instead of using my genes to do it, instead of doctrinating a future generation, I'm just like trying to convince other people on the street, you know?
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. It's definitely interesting. Yeah. Good to meet you, bro. I know you got a hand for me.
Yeah, it's good to meet you. Thank you. What's your name, by the way? Aaron?
Aaron, yep.
I'm Brant.
Brant?
Yep.
Good to see you. Maybe I'll see you around. I'm gonna come here once in a while. But like you notice, we're the only two having conversations about shit.
Yeah, I know. Everybody else is just walking by.
Spending money.
We have tattoos and stuff.
I mean, that's half. I mean, that's half.
I know. It just makes me feel like people are like half people in the plan just seem like NPCs sometimes.
And
man.
I'm not attacking you. We might have different ideas.
Yeah, I know.
I'm generally curious, and I definitely see I definitely see what you're saying. I get it, man. I get it. It just it's hard to deny beauty. When you see a beautiful woman or a beautiful skyline, a forest, like have you ever, you know what I mean? I can't imagine not being alive to see that, and I just couldn't imagine taking that from someone. But I guess it's individual choice. You know,
you're not really taking that from someone though, because they haven't come into existence. It's just like it's just kind of like how you don't miss. Just like okay, think about it like this way, like you weren't taking the experience of the 1700s. You know that wasn't taken away from you. You just weren't born in the 1700s. You just weren't born back then. You can't be deprived of something if you weren't born in that time period. Just as like you don't have a child, you're not really depriving them of.
You're depriving them of having that experience.
Not necessarily though, because you're not depriving anybody.
You might be depriving them of suffering, but you're also depriving them of the good things.
But
of life in general.
But who are you depriving of though?
The unlikeness. The people like say I didn't have my daughter, right?
Yeah.
Like if I didn't have my daughter, I would be depriving her of all the beautiful things.
I know, but she also wouldn't exist to know that. She wouldn't feel it.
She does.
She wouldn't feel.
She does.
I know she does, and that's why I'm saying now that she's here, you should take care of her and do all these things for her. But like treat her like basically like this most precious thing in the world for you.
Let's say everybody followed that. Everybody followed what you say.
Okay.
Where's humans 100 years from now, 20 years from now?
Hopefully 100 years from now, people take what I'm saying serious. They will most likely, if everybody did exactly what I wanted.
Population very
very sharp population decline. People, if they took exactly this right here seriously, they would stop farming animals. We'd basically become vegan because we'd be like, oh, first
what's wrong with eating animals?
I mean, if they suffer.
Veganism. I mean, they suffer.
I mean, animals suffer. I mean, yeah, but animals can too. If you have a pet.
You don't have a purpose? Oh, thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, you damn right.
You do it yourself?
Yeah, damn right. No, this is completely custom, bro. Did it all myself. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, you too, man. You too. I don't know. I don't know, but it was good stuff.
Yeah, it was good talking to you.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Like, for the most part, I would have came here and I would have said a word to nobody. You know what I mean? I'm a watcher more or less. I like to see what's kind of going on in my neighborhood.
Oh, same. Yeah.
Because I live around here. I'm interested in how people are making money in our community. Who's benefiting from the money making, and who is? Well, obviously, someone always benefits from it. Someone always doesn't, for the most part. I don't know. I'm also an artist, so I struggle trying to sell my art. So I'm kind of in that.
You want to shout out your art? I'm screaming a little bit. You can only see my face, but if you want to shout out your art.
Green Bay Art Show. Green Bay Art Show.
Green Bay Art Show.
Check it out on Facebook.
On Facebook, check out Green Bay Art Show.
Yeah, it's still new. Wow. Good shit, man. Good shit. I hope more people talk to you, to be honest.
Thank you. I usually get like 1 or 2 conversations every week when I'm up here. I'm only out here for a couple hours. No, people are not. You see people looking at the sign, they're like muttering it as I walk by and they sneer at me, and I'm like.
But they can't articulate like a graphic point. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
they don't
can't
have
articulate it. They can't argue it. Yeah, it's
look,
just a sneer because that's what sheep do, man. They believe in something and they don't question it. They have no critical thinking ability. But yeah, that's it. We'll end it there.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll see you again. I gotta get out of here.
Aaron, you said his name?
Aaron, yep.
Aaron, nice to meet you. Brant. Yep.
Brant with an A.
Yeah.
All right, I got you, man. Maybe I'll see you again, hey? Good luck out here.
Thank you.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's definitely
the other side says a portion is an act of love, so that would also get a lot of it.
Yeah, I think you're better on this side.
This side right here.
Yeah, because you'll attract more naysayers. You know what I mean? You know, you'll attract more of the negative with the other side. That's a drastic flip. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like abortion to having no kids at all.
Yeah, abortion prevents you from coming into the world. You know, so
it does, but usually it
does affect
poor people more than it does the wealthy, I guess.
That is true. That is
and
true.
minorities. But
I'm also a socialist, but I don't talk about that because I'm trying to be more apolitical in this world.
I'm a communist. Ideology from the get-go. I have fought tooth and nail around this town for better wages for every worker I've come in contact with.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I get where you come from, bro. I get where you come from. Just like to talk about it, man.
Yeah.
You know, like to stretch your ideas. You know what I mean? Like, I guess I'm not trying to like change your mind. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I'm not trying to
yeah, it's alright.
I'm just, yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, I enjoy having conversations with people too. So.
Yeah, especially when there's like on your face or I've seen so many of those. You know, that shit go bad. You know what I mean? Like, so many people's ideas are fresh. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Like once you question their ideas, they lose it. You know what I mean? They lose it. And I love that you can articulate shit. You can talk about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because if you couldn't, then you have no grounds. If you can't articulate your shit, you have no grounds.
Yeah, I think I was a philosophy major for a while.
Oh,
so,
yeah?
I'm pretty good.
I dabble myself. I'm not a major, honestly.
It's okay.
You don't need to be. You don't need to be.
That's pretty much why I dropped out. I was like, fuck this.
Yeah,
I'm spending money on this.
Yeah, how much did you spend too?
It was a few thousand. So.
Oh, wow, you got lucky then.
Yeah.
Shit.
I got a lot of stuff for free in that book. Not books.
Oh yeah, just like side. Okay.
Yeah, I was paying for books for the most part because my mom went to college, so.
Oh yeah.
I got a lucky deal.
Local?
Yep.
Nice.
St. Norbert.
Oh, Norbert too, huh?
Yeah, man.
Man, they must have hated you over there.
They really did.
They hated you, dude. I used to actually deliver stuff to St. Norbert's all the time. All the time. Like the Abbey too. You know, they got the Abbey.
Oh yeah.
Like I would have to deal with the fathers and stuff all the time.
Or you with the fathers all the time on campus. This one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure they just love.
Yep. I'd have excuses for everything, man. Just.
Yeah. It's always stuff they can't articulate. Just stuff they've been told, indoctrinated into. You know what I mean? They can't articulate it.
Equals the absence of God or some shit like that, you know, and it's just like, so therefore anything that bad happens, just what isn't God, and I'm like, okay, that doesn't make any sense though, because then that means that there's something outside of God that existed before God. Otherwise, God created evil also.
Of course he did. I think the world is a constant battle between good and evil. It's hard to say what good is, and it's hard to say what evil is. The lines get blurred more and more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think basically evil is pain and good is pleasure if it does exist. So,
which also can be a sin too, right? If you want to look at it that way. You know what I mean? Like pleasure, ego, all this stuff. You know what I mean?
What's up, Brandon? How's it going?
Good. How's it going? It's been a while. I do not recognize you, but you recognize me. Oh, shit.
Oh, no, I am. Yeah, we used to work with my ex at AMI.
Oh, shit.
And I used to work with City Burger.
Wait, who worked at AMI?
We worked at the Sour Shop.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Like, you for real, guys.
Awesome. Well, what's your name, by the way?
Kayla.
Kayla. Okay. Nice catching up with you. Yeah, take care.
Basically, a lot of suffering. I don't even know it. I think that's a big part of it. Is a lot of people don't even know it. You know what I mean? They're just day-to-day survival. You know what I mean?
If you look at videos of India, people cram them trains to the point where they can't even.
This is the next America, though. If you think about it.
Oh, 100%.
They're very capitalistic in here.
Yeah.
They believe, you know what I mean?
Hierarchy systems.
They believe that making money in any sort triumphs anything. So as long as it makes money, you can if you help the economy, if you rent a building, rent to others, it's basically a tax write-off. It's basically a tax write-off, right? Yeah. So if you're helping the economy in any way, form, it's basically free of necessity. You know what I mean? It's a weird system we have, but it is. one of the greatest nations. I mean, we have a sense of freedom that most countries don't have. It's tough, but I just want to say, awesome, man. All right, I'm out. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah. Take it easy, all right? Howdy, thank you.
What does the sign say? The sign says birth is the catalyst of all suffering and death. Howdy. Howdy. That guy was chatty. Yeah, he was chatty. But it's always nice to have people's conversations with people. So I mean, why not? Can you all hear the conversation well or no? Awesome. Glad you could. Farmers market again. So, popping as usual. It was like it's not the other sidewalk. Never go on this sidewalk. This is kind of like.
They said, deleting that full prescription out of my system.
Ways. It's extremely boring sitting over here. It could be a lot more fun people chatting, but it's not. Look at that. Folks there walking No, I'm not. Farmers Market on Broadway. See what that's. Farmers Market on Broadway. We're just out here doing our thing. Earth is wrong, baby. Indeed, you're right. We had one interesting conversation, and I always have like one conversation or more. So, I mean, it's a good video from that one conversation. I think it was sticking around though for another hour or so. I don't really know. Probably another hour or so. You do drink alcohol before going out, it may help. No, I just smoke weed. I don't really do it before I go out, but I don't really have social anxiety, so I don't really need to. I used to have social anxiety, but then I realized people kind of fucking suck, and that I'm better than them no matter what, so there's no reason to be anxious, because I'm just real G. So, once you realize that you are the real G, you don't need alcohol to be not socially anxious. Please, always blame. Yeah, of course.
Buddy, come on. I'm gonna have to make a couple of long appropriate. What's the name? Johnny Level? Yeah.
Humans, animals. I just don't think that we have the right to bring new sentient beings into the world to suffer and never to die, especially given the fact that we can be happy ourselves without breaking nuclear. Yeah, there's like 500,000 kids in just the United States adoption centers, and so it's like, if you really want a kid, I highly encourage you to adopt. That's what I'd say. You as well. Take care.
Right now. Like, it was very apparent. He just was not, like, grasping back up.
I'm on Twitch and I'm on Facebook. If you go on Facebook, you can go to my Facebook group, Wisconsin Suffering Focus Epics, Antinatalism, Alcoholism, Focus Epics Wisconsin, whatever it's called, something like that. You can just look up Suffering Focus Wisconsin, and I'm sure it'll pop up. And if you want to, you can subscribe to me on Twitch, which is Antisocial Epilepsy, but without the hashtag mark. Well, yeah, the hash mark, whatever you want to call it, the dash. I think it's called the dash. Howdy. Good. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Right there. Yeah, I'm probably only going to live stream for a little over an hour and a half today, I think. Just because my vape's dead and I don't have the tolerance to sit around here with nicotine craving for 2 hours. So, well, not a whole hour. So, I'd rather just have a nicotine craving for half an hour and then go home. So, I'd rather have no nicotine craving at all, but frankly, it's a little bit out of my control now that I'm an addict. So, we make do. You need to quit the vape. Yo, you're right, but when it comes down to it, I refuse. Because life's too boring. And vape gives me serotonin for nothing. So there you go. Free serotonin. I'm thinking about quitting the vape though, in all honesty, just because, vaping does have like the uselessness to it.
Right.
You're wasting your time, mate, vaping or doing activism? Because doing activism, maybe. Wasting my time vaping, 100%. So you got 100% of maybe. I'd say that's like probably you're right, but either way, I don't really care. I'm not really doing anything of value, anyways. Unless you mean time is money, and therefore I'm wasting my time because I'm wasting my money on vape, which then you're right also. So either way, you're right. Either way, you're right when it comes down to it. Well, the fact is, people will continue to have weed. You may be right, but when it comes down to it, I think people need to be a little more antisocial then. They need to they need to start saying fuck society because society is bullshit, man. What has society done for me? Nothing. So, the only thing society's done for me is guarantee I don't get like stabbed in the back, which is like, something that I like pretty much deserve as, a guaranteed right. So society's kind of like a fucking government scheme, man. Fuck society. Same time, we need society, but at the same time, fuck society. We need society, but we also need to be logical and rational. Hell yeah, gay guy. Oh, howdy. Hello. Goodbye. For most part, I'm wasting my time. I mean, people are just out here and they're just like not even really doing anything, It's two dudes laughing at me. I don't even know what they're laughing about, but My phone has 50% power, so we're getting towards the end of my battery life. It's about 1% a minute, so I have about 10 minutes left, before it kind of goes out. The life and suffering of Surfer Ant, yeah. Howdy.
Good job, man.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Someone just said good job to me, so, that's another compliment. So far, I've only had people thanking me and haven't really got many feedbacks today. So we're having a pretty positive time today at the farmers market. Though life is suffering, I am at least having some relief from the suffering of my mind, plagued by the sense of meaninglessness. And then as I say that, like fucking like 3 moms with their like fucking 8 kids just come by me, and I'm just like, well, there go a bunch of corpses. So, yeah, back to suffering, I guess. Howdy. Yeah, now they have a sign there, so yeah, I'm obeying the rules, I guess. I'm not quite an anarchist, but yeah, their sign basically says no more big signs about permission. And I asked them if I could get permission, and then they said no. So unfortunately, now I just sit right outside the place. Yeah, they didn't like me.
I was just more curious. I was like, yeah, man, what happened? I was really curious when I saw you like in there.
It might have been like 3 weeks ago, I think. I was there the first week when the farmers market opened up, and I was inside here. On the second week, I kind of missed out and I forgot about it. Third week, I showed up and they had that sign there, and I was like, shit. So now I've just been kind of making out outside every single time. But last week I was here and I walked through for a little bit, but I was just taking permission to see if I could actually stick around the middle, and they said no, and I was like, shit. Yeah, basically. Thank you. Take care. You could be banging a hot chick. I could be banging a hot chick, but probably not, seeing as how no hot chicks are attracted to me. Besides maybe like one who's like mildly attracted to me and mildly hot. But when it comes down to it, her priorities are not having sex with me. So no, I'm gonna sit in the heat and be sad. gives a bow and arrow to going hunting, which is a good thing. We're all about hunting on this channel, so. Money, money, money. Yeah, man, I don't have any money. I'm just broke as shit. I'm literally out here not getting paid doing this. I've been doing this for an hour and 9 minutes, and I'm not getting paid. Hour and 10 minutes now. Yeah, money's the root of all problems. Capitalism allows this shit to go on. Maybe it's a root system forward. Oh, there's still some electricity in the Navy. Yep. I'll see you later, Jay. Take care. Phone has 10% power. You know what that means? We're about to die. Damn. That lady had like enough kids to like have a guaranteed death of cancer in her family. That was fucking wild. Person had like literally like 6 kids, man. It's like that's like 2 people with cancer and one of them dead in her direct family line right there. Just walked past me. 2 cancer victims and 1 corpse. Pretty wild. In just one family. Not literally, it's metaphorically. This is like statistics I'm talking about, but you know, it's just wild. Think about it. That's true. 104. I thought it was 1-3. I guess 1-4, same thing. I guess. never have more than 3 kids if you do. I mean, more like it's not quite how that works, but I mean that means someone else would have the cancer right after you. But I mean, it's just passing the buck basically. Just don't have any kids, so that no one gets cancer. You know, how about that? That's why I say don't have kids at all. No cancer. Cancer bad. So no, Garrett Giver. Unfortunately, having a chair would mean that I am impeding foot traffic, and impeding foot traffic is against the rules of a public area. So I'm not actually allowed to have a chair. I can only stand, unfortunately. Oh my shit, it's still actually streaming. I didn't realize it. Well, goodbye, y'all.